Welcome back to Norrath. So we only have about 12 days to get the next world download ready, which means there's quite a lot of work to do around the city before that can happen. And one of the things I've wanted to do for a while that I've got around to doing today that we're going to go take a look at is to build something special deep below the city. Because last time, you'll remember, we took a look at the end of the episode at some new underground elements. But today, we are going to go down to an area I haven't shown you yet. And we get to it by going through the cathedral here. We go out through the doors into the garden. Some of you may have noticed that there is a little pavilion here in the back of the gardens. And it has an interesting looking stairwell that we're going to be going down today because there is another one over here. And I remarked last time that I didn't have a way to get down to the lower sections of the city, but this is the first of several planned entrances. I don't know that we're going to have any more entrances completed by the time of the world download, but if you do want to explore the underbelly, this is where you need to go down for the moment. And as we head down, we notice that we immediately come on a lot of mossy stone bricks. It's getting very cold and dark down here. The rocks are a little slippery. So we want to head down several flights of stairs. And here we come to a door. And if we just go through the door, we find that we are in the sewer system that we looked at last time. And I also realized last time that we didn't take a boat around this because I did design this to be used as a boat for faster travel to get around down here. Although these are Minecraft boats, so they are a little finicky. You may or may not want to use that. But I suppose the Frostwalker would work pretty well down here also on the water. But this isn't what we've come to see today. We want to go back into our staircase because it goes even farther down, which is where we want to go. And don't go down this section. It's not connected to anything yet. You want to go this way. And there are several flights of stairs that head straight down. We turn a corner, go down a few more flights of stairs, a few more corners, and yet more stairs. And at this point, you will see that we are at Y level 2. So this is pretty much as far down as we're going to be able to get in the city. And as we exit the stairs, we find that we come into a long barrel vaulted corridor that's flanked with several large knight statues. And it's rather dimly lit down here, so it all looks just a little spooky. Which of course is the feel I was going for down here, because we are about to enter the Catacombs. But before we do that, we need to take a look at the Freeport Nether Hub, which I have created. And let's just walk around here for a moment, because this is sitting directly below the east end of the cathedral. And down here we have a rather interesting looking nether portal that is round with 7 glowing chevrons. I wonder where that goes. Well, we'd probably better leave that alone. Because what I really want to show you in here is the room around the nether portal. We have a nice central dome that's supported on 4 arches. It's surrounded by 4 half domes, which in turn is surrounded by 12 smaller half domes. And all of these sit on diorite columns. Well, let's take a look around the room a little bit more because I want to give you a good look at this. Now don't be too impressed. I built most of this quite a long time ago. I just went and grabbed my old design and reworked it and changed all the materials and some of the details to bring the structure more up to date. And let's go up here and take a look at the dome a little bit closer. This is just red nether brick and gold ore and obsidian up here. These 3 blocks work really well together, I think, as far as color palette goes. And on the side, they're supported on 4 pendentas. That's what these triangular sections are called here, pendentas. And we have a little piece of glowstone here in the middle to accent it and light it up. And glowstone and gold ore also pair really well together, as do things like gold ore and bedrock and obsidian. They also pair nicely together. I'm quite pleased with how the color palette in the structures come out. And I think the diorite columns balance the obsidian on the other load-bearing columns really well. And if we take a look at the walls behind here, we have just a plain alternating obsidian and red nether brick wall. And they're broken up by panels of bedrock. And whenever I do get around to doing stuff in the nether on this world, it's going to be a while. But what I like to do is to have the nether portal link to an exact copy of this building on the other side of it, which I think is a nice effect, because when you go through it, you're like, wait a minute, did I actually go through the portal? I'm in the same room. And I've only just added some lights around the floor here in a ring to light up the floor so you could actually see it. But I think in time we can add some more detail down here as well. However, what we've come down here to look at is, well, firstly, there are 4 main halls that lead off from the hub here. We came through one of them, and here's an example of them. They all look the same, like this, going off in the 4 cardinal directions. And they're all going to have different things down at the end of them underground here. However, the one we want to look at today is over here in this direction, because we want to go and take a look at what? Who put this here? What does this say? The way is shut. It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. The way is shut. Uh-huh. Well, you know, if we were smart, we would leave well enough alone and just let it stay shut. But I've never let a few ominous signs stop me before, so we're going to keep going. So we will now open the way and proceed into the catacombs. And it looks like we have a very long hallway here, with very serious looking guardian knight statues on either side around here. And we have various hallways that appear to lead off in opposing directions. It looks like we have several levels of them, actually. Now let's just pick one of them and go down the hallway and see what the dead might have in store for us. Well, it's a very dimly lit hallway, that's for sure. But along the walls here, I'm noticing that there are several bricked up entrances here. Do we dare to open one of them? I think we do. It appears we have another sealed obsidian door behind the broken one. Well, let's just keep going. Ooh. It looks like there is a chamber behind here. Let's very cautiously enter it. It looks like we have a little water dripping from the ceiling here. Silently, the only thing making noise in here. Onto the lid of the sarcophagus. Well, it appears to be made of bedrock with an obsidian lid on it. So, we can probably just break the lid here and disturb the rest of whoever is inside. I'm sure they won't mind. Oh, we have a chest. Well, we've come this far. We may as well just take a deep breath and open the coffin. And oh dear, yes, there's definitely a dead person in here. We have a skull, some rotten flesh, some bones, some rusty iron armor, and oh, we appear to have a little bit of treasure in here also. I think we've tempted fate enough today, so we will leave the burial intact. There's also another chest. And it appears to contain some enchanted books. Might have to come back for those. I can't help but wonder who this poor soul was. However, for now, let's reseal the tomb and let this man rest in pieces. And let's actually go ahead and have a night vision potion so we can see what's going on down here. Because this is a place that I have purpose built to be the subscriber catacombs. Because one of the things I did a long time ago in my very first world was to make a subscriber graveyard. And what it was a place where I would place a sign in the world that would stay there, so that those of you who take the time to watch my video content here would have their own little piece of the world that's all theirs. And how this will work will be that whoever leaves a comment requesting one, I will come down here to the catacombs, and I will place a sign, and I will write your name on it, and today's date. So this way, when you download the world, you can come down here, find your very own tomb, and you can be a part of the world, at least in spirit. And while we have our night vision effect, let's go back into our hub room and take a look at it with everything nice and bright, because I'm not sure how the dark is going to work very well for the video. And I do want you to see what's going on in here. It's sort of a very older Byzantine design from the Gothic that we have going on the surface. And I thought as we went down to the lower depths of the world, it would be more appropriate to use an older style of architecture. It's supposed to give you the impression that things down here are more ancient than what is above. So let's also go into spectator mode, so we can clip outside of the structure here and take a look at it from the outside, so we can see just exactly what the layout of the underground area is around here. Firstly, we can see the staircase that we came down at the beginning of the episode. We went down this one here, and there's another one over here. I want to link up to the side there. And we took these stairs down here, and we came into this hallway here. And there are currently no other rooms attached to the sides of these halls. That's something we're going to be working at in the future. We can't extend this one very much because, as you can see here, it starts coming out underneath the ocean. And we don't want that to happen. We just want it to be mostly under the area of Freeport, so it's about the same size as the city above. And we can see here some of the rooms we built in the previous episode. But below those, we now have entirely new areas to take a look at. And of course, this goes down as deep as we can go in Minecraft. And over here, we can see the outsides of the subscriber tombs. There are quite a lot of them, actually. There are 10 tombs per row, and there are about 40 tombs per section, and about 80 tombs per double section. And I think we have about 7 sections or so, which would give us a total of 560 tombs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trydar, why did you build 560 tombs? Well, the reason is that we were going to be building Norrath for quite a long time. So I wanted everyone to be able to have a tomb if they want one. Because I think once the Freeport catacombs fill up, that may be it. Of course, if there's demand, we may build tombs in other sections of Norrath for people that would rather be buried on Kunark or Otis or someplace like that. But this is mostly my way to do something special for the people that take the time to watch my videos, because I do appreciate you guys quite a lot. And also, while we're down here, currently the tombs come off from the main hub over there, and they pretty much stretch underneath the entirety of North Freeport. We can see below here the cistern that's below the cathedral square. And the end of them actually stretches out to just where the gates are of Freeport here, at the beginning of the common lands. But that is all we have down here to take a look at today. I hope you like what I've got going down here, and if you want a tomb, be sure to leave a comment specifically requesting one. And if you want your EverQuest character's name instead of your YouTube name, write that, and I will write on the sign pretty much whatever you want. But I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. Join me next time when we get a little festive around Freeport and put up a few Christmas decorations and try and get a lot of work done. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.